So, welcome to Camrose 2026, the second weekend match of 5B. This is the final 16 boards. Just going to share the link with a few people and be with you shortly. For region rankers. Commentary. WBU members. Welcome to B to G. So welcome back to session 5B. Microphone is working, and now there's no rubrics commentary going on, so you can jump onto my YouTube channel. And this is really designed for playback rather than live. And I advise you where to fast forward so you don't spend 2 hours watching a lot of time some boring stuff, and we concentrate on the exciting stuff. State of play is that Ireland have got a big lead over England in the events, with 16 boards to go, and basically England need about 90 imps and for Ireland to collapse. The lead is 15. And we'll start about board 19. I gently missed the first few boards. Just quickly see what happened at first. There was nothing in them, two fairly flat boards on 17-18. So Ireland have John Callan and Mark Moran, and WBU introduced Martin Garvey, former Camrose winner, and Andrea Knox, who are fairly regular partnership now and played in the first weekend too, I believe. They play some quite complex methods, so I'll try and guess a little bit what Martin and Andrea do, but I do know they know South system quite well. System I play is 2/1 with transfers over a club. Spade double. Okay, with Martin here to advise me, I suspect that's some sort of single suitor. And 3 spades is preemptive. And Martin can probably guess it's hearts. So it'll be entertaining. And if you're not used to playing against strange methods, and a lot of the bankers, region members that this is aimed at, wouldn't have met these methods, it can be frustrating, yet it can be good for your game to try different methods. Anyone wants to leave a message, leave it on the YouTube chat or on the Real Bridge chat, because Aoife might respond to that, but she won't be responding to any Real Bridge chats. It's a shame there's no commentary for this, but I think the commentators are focusing on the England-Wales match. And that was Wales were leading when I last looked. So Martin didn't quite know where his partner had. He guessed she probably had hearts, and he bid 3M to play. Does have a spade stop, hoping to run the hearts, and 3 the trap would have made. So it's a good decision. But he didn't feel comfortable doubling 4 spades. And four spades has got two hearts, a diamond loser. And well, it's quite interesting because, well, we'll look at the play when it comes about. Let's find out what the lead is. But in principle, there's two hearts and a diamond loser, as long as she doesn't leave the ace of hearts. And the club is not necessarily the best lead. If the queen is played, Garvey has to play small. But he has bid three in a trump, which is probably to play. So it's not unreasonable to play him for the king of clubs, in which case Mark could play small. Okay, so played the queen. He's got some work to do now to make this. I don't think he necessarily can. Well, East has got a not cover. Now he can make it by winning the nine of clubs. If he hadn't covered, he just had problems getting to dummy. Well, he was in dummy, so he could have taken the spade finesse. And then hope to put pressure on East, who has everything. And potentially end play him. You'd have to play hearts first. So it would have got very, very messy if he could have played small, but he spoiled my fun by playing the king of clubs, so we can't look at a end play situation. But the club suit was frozen, and he would have eventually been thrown in with the ace of diamonds to lead away from his king of clubs. The South would have had to count the cards really well. So now I think he's just going to finesse the nine of clubs at some stage. He probably has to do it very quickly. And he's the clubs 3-3. Okay, looking forward to mess around with the diamond first. And he's going to win this with the jack, maybe the king as a deceptive play. And does he play a club or does he play a heart? I think he was hoping his partner had 10-8x of clubs rather than 10x. 10-8 of clubs would have done. Okay. So now declare will probably be in dummy at 2. Our team has struggled in the first half, and the area they struggled the most was in defence in both rooms. They were not defending too well, and maybe here something similar. The long matches, maybe tiredness has crept in, and frustration and not doing as well as they would have hoped. Having two former Camrose winners in there in their squad of 6. So the bidding was just brushed aside by North-South, and sometimes that's what you have to do with these highly artificial methods, just bid as if they didn't bid. Okay, and he's actually made, I don't think he did make an overtrip, surely. Maybe he did. It's possible that scope was only 4 spades. Might be corrected. So anyone that hasn't been on the YouTube channel before, feel free to post any messages to the YouTube chat, and Aoife or myself will try to enter into them. I can't see the chat always because I have to have the screen in full mode, otherwise it's a bit small for you. Just going to share it with someone else. You can all hear me okay? Also, Enda Murphy will be helping out a bit. Enda Murphy, for those of you that don't know him, in Ireland, Wood, he's the editor of the Bulletin, CBI Bulletin, and a huge piece of work, which does a great job of putting together. So going to chat and going to live chat, send a message to them. Yes, we can hear you. Thank you, Sue. Sue is my assistant out in the sticks. Well, not the sticks, she's in Dublin. But out in the field. That's the phrase I was looking for. Hopefully the screen is big enough and we're improving this presentation all the time. Next week we have the mixed Camrose and 2 great Irish teams being put forward for that. So we've got hopes of doing well. The link in the live stream chat is for the 2/1 system, advanced 2/1 that's played by quite a few of the players here. Don't watch it now, but it's a bit of fun. American voice, I'm afraid. Can't have everything. At least it's not Donald Trump. So back to reality. A spade, 3 diamonds, which is a Bergen raise. Looks like it's the better Bergen raise. And the North, for some reason, bid 4 spades with quite a minimum hand. May regret it. But it fits well. So he's just got 2 hearts and a spade. I suppose he did have a 5-4-3-1 hand. Since an aces are never great. So this is just going to drift one off. Probably what the contract deserved, in fairness. So just flick back to the last one in the world to pass any comment on John's bidding, but you can see he's got a 3, 4, a 6 loser hand. So normally that's enough to bid game, but he needed his partner to have no values in hearts, really. 2 small hearts would have been great. And then it would have been a good contract. Now he's 4 to his partners, but no wasted values in clubs. So probably will bid game with the 6 loser hand. And the state of the match is they don't want to lose game swings the other way. Well, WBU bid games in Ireland don't. So we'll follow the English score as we go in to see if they're coming up with a threat. They've now drifted to nearly 17 VPs behind. And they've lost a further 7 to Wales on board 19. England played in 4 hearts going off with Crouch and Forrester. And the other table, they went off in 4 spades. On board 19. On a non-club lead, it's hard. You can't get to dummy. So double game swing, and I'm sure they're pushing and pushing and pushing, which is going to make it more difficult. So back to this match. Martin Garvey had nothing really to contribute in the bidding, but they found the right lead and the right defence. And this drifted one off, didn't it? The other table, East West competed to 5 clubs. Which got doubled, went 2 off. So it is 12 imps to the WBU, so they've started to come back. Should 5 clubs have been bid? Well, what was the danger of starting the lap of honour too early? The event isn't won yet. Spade was opened, double by East. 4 spades was bid. West had 6 4 shapes, so bid 5 clubs. And it was a phantom. So I'll have had the fair share of luck this weekend, so this is a bit of bad luck. East Ham was a bit unsuitable. West did only have a 7 count. He was so lucky to have 4 card club support. So Wales went off in that 4 space that England went off in on board 19, and that was because Nick Fitzgibbon didn't lead a club. A club is quite dangerous. And East West could have put Declare to a greater guess in our room as well. Always difficult. In match 5B of the Camrose final weekend, some teams have nothing to play for, just pride. But I'm sure the WBU want to tidy this match up a little bit. So, one spade, 2 diamonds, 2 spades. So far, so good. South hates it. Probably have to try 3 hearts. 4 hearts would be a shortage of green spades. And then when South bids, South might decide that's 5 hearts because he's denied 4 hearts really. But it could just be a probe for no trumps. So that's his problem. Does he bid 4 hearts? Or does he bid 3 spades or 3 no trump? He doesn't have a club stop. Okay, yeah, understandable. 3 no trump because he's not certain if it's even 4 hearts, let alone 5. Welcome back. We're on for the second.
Are you doing it on the?
I'm on the YouTube.
Oh, do you want me to send the link?
Oh yeah, we need to send. I've said put it on the web bridge, but yeah,
On the end?
there's no rush. But there's a few people I need to send the link to separately for the web bridge. So obviously try to do this on YouTube. It's fairly new and there's been a few teething issues. In particular, sharing the commentary with another commentator can only easily be done from mobile phones, and that it's not a good medium. It is improving all the time. your live chat and post any comments you like there. So they've got the 3N rather than 4 hearts, and the opponents have led a heart, which is handy. Which means you've got 5 hearts and 3 diamonds, and hopefully you can sneak a club trick. You don't know you've got 5 hearts, of course. 10 hearts is led. Is it a deceptive lead from 10 Jack Doubleton? Deceptive lead from 10 Jack to 4? Or is it a normal lead, or is it a deceptive lead from 3 to the 10? So Martin Garvey transferred over to Wales 3 or 4 years ago and qualified to play. As I did it the opposite way, transferred over to Ireland. Now, is he going to just play a club? Does it really matter what he does? Well, sort of does. Cast all the diamonds. They may not be cashing, and they're not cashing, of course. So he's probably not going to make. But he only needs 3 diamond tricks, doesn't he? 5 hearts, 3 diamonds, and 1 club. So now he's found out the hearts behave. I think the next guy he plays a club. Make 9 tricks. Don't think he'd be going for the over tricks. Remember, Wales are on the scoreboard because of a phantom. And if we just check what England are doing, which what they are doing is running out of boards. Let's just flip to England. And then we'll concentrate on this match. We are losing by 15. Purpose of the presentations is to just provide some insight into what's needed to play the Camrose bridge and what to do when you meet strange systems. And a lot of it has been concentrating on John Carroll and Mark Moran, the Raymaker and Aronashak, and some of the other players that are playing the 2/1 with transfers over a short club. And we just try to indicate why they're all doing, well, not all doing it, but why a lot of them are doing that, and the benefits. I did put a link in the chat, so anyone that's really interested, there's a video from an American translator that explains a bit more about 2/1 with transfers. Tongue-in-cheek called the Regent Advanced Bridge System. That doesn't upset anyone in the bankers. Bankers and Regent, for any WBU people, are 2 bridge clubs, the 2 biggest bridge clubs based in Dublin. So they escaped a few banana skins on this to get to game. Played in 3-0 trump, which the game is fine. 4 hearts probably would have made as well. And in the other room, they're also playing 3-0 trump constantly. And exactly the same problem they had over 3 hearts. So that's Tim Rees is playing again with Mickey de Shepper, fairly regular partnership now. In the other room, Tim Rees, multiple Gold Cup winner and a partner for a while with Tony Forrester. A lot of you would know Martin Garvey's original partner. He commentates on Woodbridge an awful lot on these matches, and that's John Cook. And if you get a chance to listen to his commentaries, I highly recommend it. He's so knowledgeable of the systems. The diamond, 3 diamond, is probably strong. They're probably weak actually, but she's quite strong. Sure, it's strong. If you look at their convention card, the Garvey Knox convention card, there's not a lot of white space on the card. Both play a lot of bridge over in Ireland, so you would have met them. So what's going on here? They've got a club loser, they have a diamond loser, and they think they've got a spade loser. So they're a little bit high. Are they stolen the opponent's contract? Not really. So let's see if when they can stay out of it. It's going to be more difficult for them because their diamond opener will be nebulous because they're playing strong club. Recent, the Shepper are playing the aforementioned short club with transfers over club. Quite a bit of system, surprisingly large amount of system. So for the Irish team, it's basically just a case of falling over the line, you would think, but you never know. First few boards will set the tone. I think the critical match was a second match yesterday when Ireland managed to recover from a very poor start to hold England to around about a 12-8 loss or so, which kept a bit of daylight between them and England. All the pairs have to play at least 5 sets, and it looks as if that has happened. So 5 diamonds minus 1, and maybe the Irish can stay out of it. And because their diamond was artificial, they never actually found their diamond fit. And they defended, it looks like they defended 2-no trump, which made north-south. So, which can be a strange game. So it's a 1 gain to WBU. We will see a lot of variations in contracts here because East-West in both rooms are playing 2 entirely different systems with very little overlap. Whereas the North-Souths are playing the same system virtually. I agree that Carol and Moran will have a lot more understandings and agreements. Been together for 10, 11 years now. Very successful, very successful. Merry-go-round continues next week when there's the Irish Bridge Union senior trials, and they're trying to pick a team of 6 to go to Riga in Latvia for the European senior teams at the end of June, early July this year. The Irish Open team are the people you're seeing with De Raymaker and Orishak replaced with Tom Handling and Conor Boland. We wish them well. The delay is for waiting for the other tables to catch up, and we can't to see board 23 till everyone's played it. I wouldn't be surprised if Scotland are winning the second again. They've seemed to have had quite a good time. Wales were line third coming in. I think they might have dropped to fourth, I bet, yes. No, Wales are staying third. So. WBU are comfortably fifth. Northern Ireland not having one of their better seasons. A few new partnerships in the Northern Ireland sector. Okay, so we're back live for 23. There's a chance South could open two spades. They are playing a convention that allows it. And if he's non-vulnerable, he probably would have opened two spades. But correctly, he's decided vulnerable. The spade suit isn't quite good enough. And the lead is too big to be making random bids. Which allows West to open a diamond. And also not quite worth two clubs, and worth three clubs. Playing Michaels. This bids one hard. And now South decides that he can bid a spade, and he must have a bit of shape here, really. And yet he didn't open two spades, so North might better work out what's going on. Four spades isn't too bad. And the spades break so badly. Okay, so she decided she wasn't worth a splinter. No, got good shape. Four hearts may not shut up East. East has got a 6-4 shape. But he's just gone off in 5 diamonds. No club control. But they're likely to lead a spade. Oh, before he has to make his mind up, North has bid a vulnerable 4 spades. What you need to bid 4 spades there, you need a singleton. That's about all you do need. 4 cards board and a singleton and some scattered values. Which allows North to bid Blackwood, because his partner feels like his partner's got a club control. And even if partner doesn't have a club control, they're probably going to lead a spade. And she raised queen. And she's made a bid now, which probably shows 2 aces and a void. You can guess where the void is. And you won't want to go any further. Like, how good is 7 hearts? I don't know. You've got to rough your 3 spades. You probably can. You've got to get back and forth. So you need the diamond standing up, and it doesn't. If you play 6 hearts lazily, you might be in a bit of trouble. You have to play 6 hearts to make 6 hearts, not to make 7. No, he's bid 7 hearts now. He's got his work cut out. He really does have his work cut out, because Queen Hearts is certainly a potential lead. Now, South will know the West has got a spade void. He'll think it's the safest lead he can find, and be reluctantly to Queen of Hearts. So this is a huge board for both Ireland and Wales. I don't think that Mesmer Fitzgibbon will be in 7 hearts. I really don't. So, will he make it? Should we wait to see the lead? You can see that on a spade lead, he probably will make it because he just throws his 2 clubs away. And he planned to rough 2 spades and a club in dummy. But he may not think the diamonds are 5, but there's a lot of shape going on in this hand. There has to be for the north-south bidding. There has to be a lot of shape. So, a very pragmatic 7 hearts bid, typical Martin Garvey bid. He also had a little think about saving in 7 spades, I suspect. It's probably not too expensive. But when I say not too expensive, it's likely to be going for 1,400. 2 spades, a heart is 3, a diamond is 4, a club is 5. That's 5 of, isn't it? That's 1,400, and it might well be more than that. Could well be 1,700. Still be cheaper than 7 hearts. So they have to beat 7 hearts. Well, it's why we're watching this on YouTube, why we have the commentators for these interesting hands. Andy Murphy about, this is the hand to write up for your bulletin. One of the hands. Shame we didn't come early in the match, maybe. I would still be thinking what to do with the south hand. Spade lead is frightening me. Small diamond lead is growing on me. Queen of club lead is a bit double dummy. So I don't want to risk the queen of hearts. Just in case partner's got 3 to the 10, Jack X or something. Jack to 3 rather. I think they're in a 10-card heart for those to 10s. The queen of hearts is probably safe. Small diamond is certainly safe. West has to have big diamonds. We won't put the 10 of diamonds in. So let's say these are red card. There's no rush to discard your club. So if they lead a red card, you can win it. You can rough a spade. Play a heart, rough a spade. Stuff to do. You've got 3 spades you've got to rough. And you've got to go back. If we can get back and forward roughing little diamonds, you don't have to cast the king of diamonds prematurely. Don't like the lead. He probably thinks it's the safest lead, but it was likely to be dangerous. Put me down for a red card. And it wouldn't have been the queen of diamonds, it would have been a small diamond, which could cost him. Yeah. So now he's only got to rough 2 spades. And avoid cashing the king of diamonds prematurely. Okay. So it's rough a spade. Okay, well, we can cash the heart first, I suppose. Just cash 2 hearts, can't you? It's not enough, is it? Because he's got a rough 3 spades. I think I would have been keeping my heart as an entry. He's thinking of setting up the diamonds. I'm disappointed. There had to be a lot of shape on this hand. They really did for the bidding. So he's timed it slightly wrong. Has he got the entries to set up the diamonds? Probably he can. Rough a diamond, club, rough a diamond. So I think he's with entries to set up the diamonds, so he's okay. Don't do it quicker than me. He's got to set up that long diamond. He's a trick short otherwise. Okay, could claim here, but he's just milk it a bit, I think. He had a rough one, more spade it was. Okay, so it's rough a spade and a club. So well bid, well played. And hard luck for North, who seriously considered saving in 7 spades for minus 1700 to gain on the board. So, Enda Murphy, if you're listening, there's your hand. That's your hand of the Camrose 2026. I suppose it was a hand where they bid 6 diamonds in the first weekend. It was worth writing up as well. That was certainly, it's worth the interest money you've all paid. Oh, you haven't had the bill yet. Excellent hand. Excellent hand. And in the other room, they're currently in 6 hearts. And Mesbah is considering giving it 1 for the road. And that's what it would be, 1 for the road. So that's why it's useful if we could edit these down to 30 minutes slots. That hand would feature significantly. Some of the more boring hands would be where they belong, forgotten. So a spade, 2 diamonds. So again, see this transfers everywhere. Those of you reading my other articles about transfers will see how much the world has moved on to transfers. It gives you an extra bid, but for the opposition, it gives them an extra means of defense because they can double the transfer suit and do all sorts of things. So a spade, 2 diamonds, which clearly shows hearts. 2 spades. Who knows if that's forcing or not? Who knows if 2 diamonds is game forcing? I don't think it is. 3 clubs. Okay. There's a lot of system for Andrea Knox to learn. She's obviously a very bright solicitor and she seems to have some sort of photographic brain, but it's an awful lot of system. Certainly worked for them on the last hand. So this time they stopped in 4 hearts with 6 clubs, looking pretty decent to me. Difficult to bid. But in the real world, maybe it would have gone 1 spade, 2 clubs, 2 spades, 3 hearts. And West would have been quite interested holding the Queen of Clubs and the Queen of Hearts. And they might have moved on to 6 clubs. So maybe a bad hand for the system. Because a lot of people would have been close to 6 clubs on this. Remember, Mesbah Fitzgibbon loved to bid slams for fun, so they could well be in 6 clubs. Okay, they've bid 1 for the road on the previous one, and they've equalised the 7 hearts bid. Now it's up to Mika de Shepper to find a better lead than was found at our table. Not because he goes off in a red suit lead, but it's more difficult. Okay, she's found a very aggressive lead of the Queen of Clubs. But then a partner did bid clubs, so it was a lot easier. So that's a great lead. So we might find that we have the 20 imp swing of Ward 23 that the WBU are looking for. I don't know if anyone knows what 7 hearts, 1 off as opposed to 7 hearts making is in imps. If you do, shove it in the chat message. It's not one I know off the top of my head. Aoife probably knows it. Do you know what?
No. Don't go there. Does it always go off in this lead?
It's not this time, it's 423.
I'm looking at 23, Queen of Clubs lead.
I think it's hard work. Because you've got like 4 hearts here, looks like it's going to be making trivially. So this stage I'll be fast tracking onto board 25 if I was you, or better still, backtrack onto 23 and decide if 7 hearts goes off on the club lead. Let's just backtrack because this hand is a bit boring. Imagine you're playing in 7 hearts and you have a club lead. You can't afford to cast ace king of diamonds, as you can see, because he gets rough. The club lead takes up the entry to the diamonds. And your means of communication to rough your 3 spades where you have to rough. So you can get back to hand with a heart, but then you can't rough your spade enough times. So I have a feeling the club is the lead, not the only lead, but it's the lead to beat 7 hearts. Now, a spade lead was disastrous because that went into the ace queen and made it very trivial. So on the Queen of Clubs lead, I'm predicting it's going off. And to find out, can we just, if you bear with me, we're going to the other room because this hand we're watching is boring. Just going to leave. I know some of you are watching on 2 screens, so you'll already see this. So we're playing the 7 hearts, they've had their leader. Okay, so double dummy server says that you can make it if you play a diamond, and you can set up your diamond, but you've got to rough a small diamond now. You can't cast the king of diamonds yet. Okay, so he's doing that right. He roughed his diamond, so he's planning to set up his long diamond. And he's planning to rough his spades and maybe use the 10 of hearts as an entry. He needs to draw 1 more round of trump. I think that might work. So use the 10 of hearts as an entry, which allows him to cast the king of diamonds and rough a diamond, rough a spade, rough a diamond, rough a spade. Yes, he can do it. He can do it. So let's just check he does everything right on this, because this is certainly the hand of the 2026 Camrose. You see, if you're playing in these events, you wouldn't get this enjoyment. Sometimes it's better not to be selected. So you can see now he's going to win this 10 of hearts, and he's going to be roughing another diamond, roughing a spade, roughing a diamond. Sets up king 10 of diamonds as both winners then, in order to throw both a club and a spade, which he has to throw away. Cast the ace of spades at some stage. Looking forward to cash that. It's gone away. Roughing his diamond, roughing his spade. Roughing his diamond. And could claim that he's doing the same as Martin Garvey, he's milking it. So good play all round, the best league possible and best play possible. So well done. Well played. Okay, sorry for the digression. We'll go back to where we were. It was always entertaining watching Martin Garvey's system in operation and instructional. So a club which was nebulous could be 2, double which is 1 level overcall, I seem to remember from playing against him recently. And opponents mix it too by bidding a diamond showing hearts. It's more like snap than bridge, isn't it? A spade, which is the first natural bid we've actually seen in this auction. 2 clubs, another natural bid. Pass, isn't shown as overcall. And South has got nothing to say, but may try 3 clubs because of the Bonneberti. Because the opponents have possibly got 4 spades on. And 2 half losers, a club loser. Got to guess the diamond right. Maybe go to a bit more than that again. 6 spades. Well, 6 spades and 4 diamonds if they guess the diamonds right. So then 2 spades and everything leads to +2 if they guess the diamond right. And should you guess it right, possibly you should, because North could have Queen Jack X the diamonds for his diamond play. I don't think you got the entries to get the diamonds wrong. If you're in 4 spades, you're only in 2 spades, so it doesn't matter. In the other room, we'll find out soon what they're going to bid. But for some reason, our score has gone down by a few imps. It was 60. I think there was a correction somewhere. Okay. So 57-17, so the lead has gone down a little bit.
The Welsh match.
We're looking at Wales England.
They didn't bid 7 hearts. They're in 6 hearts +1, and the other table 4 hearts +2.
Well, the
13 imps for
England. So the most exciting hand of the 2 weekends, England missed the Grand Slam and gained 13 imps for the privilege. And then they bid the 6 clubs that we think should have been bid on board 24 and gained another 10. So they've turned the match around massively. Which puts them on 13 VP. So they're heading now potentially towards the big win they want. So there's a little bit of pressure mounting now on Ireland. Luckily, they didn't lose 20 imps on the Grand Slam. And as you can see, it's narrowed to 8 VPs. Because that's what all the neutrals want to see. This is maybe a swing to Ireland. Because 4 spades could be bid, but it may not be made, of course. Not trivial. The good news for Ireland is they have got the 6 clubs on 24, which we thought they would. And they probably won't have much trouble making it. The pips are big enough to set the heart suit up. So the event has certainly been won or lost in the slam zone. Or it looks that way, but in reality it was probably won in the part score zone when Ireland were just continuously hammering at 5 and 6 imps in part score swings. Okay, so it's only 2 spaces up 3, an extra trick. So we haven't seen the score coming in for 24, but it's going to change and it'll open up a big lead again. Now I've got this theory that there's a different dealer machine for the last 16 boards of a Camrose. They always seem to be quite interesting, but I'm sure it's not true. So where do we stand here? Pass by East, Heart, okay, problem. Any messages on the link, or is it not open to chat?
No, Alpha Stewart was saying Queen of Clubs lead on 7. And Sue Parr said Foo, and I said, so well played by Adam after club lead. And then Anne said, was it 3 of clubs from South, but it was the Queen of Clubs, was it, from South?
Queen. Well, North of big clubs.
Yeah.
Heart to spade double. 4 hearts, okay, so they seem to have a spade, a diamond, and a club loser, but on a heart lead, it may not be so good. And I think they've got time to switch to a heart as well. But it does say it always makes. Oh, because the club finesse is right. To lead a heart, you're not going to be able to ref your diamond. You're unlikely to be able to ref it, so you need the club finesse right. And the 9 of clubs lead, you are not probably going to guess the club right. It's not very often from Ace 9-8. Could be from Queen 9-8. But even if it's from 9-8X, you're okay now because you can take the rough and finesse against these Ace Queen of clubs if you had it. It doesn't. So 4 hearts is going to come home. And the South won't realise a 7 hearts was making even on a red suit or a club lead, and he'll think that they've lost a lot of imps on that 7 hearts. Not that he can do anything about it now. And thanks for the regulars that have watched nearly every session. And Sue Power, Neve Harty, and Anne Fitzgerald.
The Williams have 2 things in their kitchen with 2 screens and red wine.
And Paul and Sheila Williams, and I hope you're drinking the good red wine now.
Do you want a drink?
I wouldn't mind a drink, but I've had a face more gin and tonic is gone. But if you take that glass out, so people don't think I'm an alcoholic.
Yes.
Carefully preserving the 9 of hearts as an entry. And now if he plays king of diamonds, rep of diamond, I think most of his spade is away, can't he? His spade is it. So it's 11 tricks in the end. The 6 clubs hand has come in on board 24, I think now, so the lead is increased. Rather. West has got a 22 count. A difficult hand to evaluate. It's not too bad. I devalue the single king to about 2 points. Puts you in the range for tuna trumpet for 20 to 22. Don't particularly like 2 clubs, although it's you are difficult to rebid if you bid 2 clubs, part of 2 diamonds. Do you really want to bid 3 diamonds on the hand? No. Tuna trumpet is okay. No gatekeeping would not be approving. Tuna trumpet with a single club. So this hand's about getting to 6 diamonds. I don't think I've seen such a swingy set as we've had this set. No, we won't be doing too much fast forwarding this looks like.
Sterling is the 3 clubs for a different board when East West were in 2 spades. Lead against. Oh, she saw the lead against. So she said, I was wondering why South didn't put 3 clubs rather than pass 2 spades. So I'm not sure which board it is. I'm sure you know.
So 3 diamonds are transferred, 3 and 4 diamonds is usually natural, but there are times when it's just a self-supporting cubit and you're going to go back to hearts. But here it's meant as natural and slam interest. 3 no trump was denying 3 hearts, I suspect, by West. So now she bids 4 hearts, which is meant as a cubit. And East is tempted to bid 7 diamonds, but it's not. It's, unfortunately for him, his partner's got all that wasted values in spades. So he's just okay to sign off in 6 diamonds. And they could do nothing about it. Well bid. Certainly the WBU has set the pairs in the right seats because the hands are very suitable for Garvey and Knox. And they have played incredibly well, in fairness. Credit where it is due. Feels as if I played more boards than most of the players. And I probably have. So
Wales have gotten points back from England. It's now 13.62 to 6.38. I know they haven't gotten any back, but it's
What's the gap between England and Ireland? Could look myself.
So Ireland are on 146.70 and England are on 137.56.
Ireland have been game on board 25 when Wales were in 2 spades, and they may or may not make it. I have a feeling that you end up having to make it because restricted choice doesn't help you, and it was a hand that was well worth looking at 25 for people that are watching on playback. I'm going to flick over to 25
Yeah, it is.
while we're waiting.
No, he made it.
You made it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good, yeah. Well, he's interesting why you should. So his hands are pretty interesting, and you won't see him unless I flick back on the people on playback. We're going to go to 25 in the other room. And those of you that haven't got 2 screens open, we'll just look at what happened because they did bid it first of all. You can see it went a club from north, a diamond from south, showing hearts. West bid 1 spade. He didn't overcall, was the difference, you see. 2 clubs. He's passed. South passed. West bid 2 spades, passed. And East hadn't said anything, and he's looking at a 10 count, so felt. And his palm shows 6 spades, he's with pushed to 3 spades, pass. And West has got the 6 spades, he said, but it's got quite a bit of shape, and they're all what's called pure cards. They're ace kings, no random queens and jacks, and a bit of shape. So he bid 4 spades. And you could argue that the restricted choice should say you go off, but you don't have the entries to finesse the diamond, I don't think. And the club lead, well, they switch to a diamond. It could be a singleton. So you do
Let's
have
switch to a heart.
Not here. It says to play the diamond.
No, I said if they had switched to a heart.
But the problem you've got, you see, is you can, if you cast the king of diamonds yourself with these diamonds and you see the queen drop, you can't get back to your hand safely and repeat the diamond finesse. Because if that's a singleton, he roughs. So you actually need to draw trumps first. So you're forced into guessing the diamond's right, in my view.
By playing the diamond.
Well, when you play a diamond to the queen, you can't get back to your hand and draw trumps in order to run the 9. If South did have.
But ace of clubs and switch to a heart.
Okay, but you lose 2 hearts.
Right.
And that's all you lose. Oh, because you might get trump promotion. If they do switch to a heart, you will go off, yes, because they can play a 3rd heart in your jack of spades. Grows up. Well, they could ruff with the queen of spades and play a spade to the 10, cast the ace. So it was another one of the many interesting hands, but the reason I put it up so you can see it there. Sorry for digressing again. Getting a bit excited here. So we're just waiting in any case for board 28 to appear because they're playing pretty fast in this room. I think Garvey and Knox are pretty quick. John and Carol are playing a lot faster this weekend than I normally see them play. So that's good. Nothing wrong with playing slow, as long as if you play slow in the game zone, you're playing quicker than you play slow, so you compensate. Again, that's just my subjective view. Don't quote me on it. Okay then. Anyone commenting? No chance. Hope we have a few Welsh people watching. And well done to Kelly Pearce and the team for organising it. It must be difficult with Andrea Knox playing that your main helper isn't available. One of your main helpers.
Andrea has a great speech coming up. She's got a long work interest.
And for anyone going to the meal tonight, apparently the highlight is going to be Andrea Knox's speech. So listen out for that.
Sure.
We just have to wait for board 28 to be played at all the tables. So one club by West is nebulous, could be short. It is. Again, for those of you that look at my 2-to-1 link, we're suggesting you open a club with all your weakener trumps and make your diamond a shapely bid. Now they play diamond as something strange. Sorry, I can't help it more, but it isn't showing diamonds necessarily. I think it denies a 5-card major. We'll find out, it depends on what West does. Okay, South has muddied the waters by being the spade, and West has been won the trump. We weaken the trump with 1.5 spade stops, probably. And he seems to just have a 3 trump bid. We can see there's 4 diamond tricks, 3 spade tricks is 7, and 2 heart tricks is 9 at the very least. Like it's possible when the trip actually shows more than what she's got. I think when the trip there would be 18, 19, so maybe they've got a system misunderstanding. Just for the mere fact that East is thinking for so long. What looks like a routine 3 trump bid. I have a feeling she's supposed to pass with a trump. She won't have a stronger trump, but she would have opened it. So this is potentially shown 18, 19, and they've got a system. Glitch, should we say. So the lead is now very substantial on this match, with very few boards left to navigate. The 19 imps in the last two boards has already helped. So 18.29 is a lot. They only needed 15. And the lead is now gone up to 18 VPs. England must be running out of boards. 3 boards left. They've obviously gained another 13, so they're pulling away. They've got the 15.5. They're getting up towards their 20, but only 3 boards left. So here's the races for England that have fought hard. That gap is almost mathematically impossible. So I think Groening can safely open the Goodman now. We can safely say it's been one of the best campers for a number of years. But I'm going to try and play next year because it's a lot easier than commentating. Yeah, I had a feeling that when the Trump showed a stronger hand. I don't know.
6 of Trump.
Yeah. When the Trump was probably shown 18-19. She's supposed to pass for the Goodman Trump.
Oh my God.
Now, South knows that a club will beat it, and the double with housebound and not to lead a spade. Spade lead might be the lead that lets it make. And I'm afraid East is under quite a bit of pressure, but not enough pressure. So there's quite a few leads that get it one off.
They're in 6 diamonds on 27 as well. They can have it.
Is that good?
Yes.
27, we think they're in 6 diamonds.
It should be flat 4.
Oh yes. Sorry. Now it must be hard for Andrew Knox. He's very much an improving player and has improved out of all recognition from the player she was 5 years ago. But it's not easy playing with Garv, who knows all the systems, and I suspect it was her fault on this one. But well done for the rest of the event. They were doing quite well in the battle. Lost the screen. A few of you are taking my advice and have 2 laptops on the go, watching both rooms. That's an enjoyment. And I know they're long events, they're 2 hours 10 minutes, 2 hours 15 minutes, but watching it live is quite enjoyable compared to watching it on playback. wish I had time to edit them and the playbacks, but I don't really. For those of you that haven't been on the channel, I'm going to put the channel link in the chat window. Not putting no real bits, they might get offended. They don't seem to mind me doing the YouTube on the real bits commentary. It just gives me more options in the YouTube. I would be delighted to share the commentary with some others in future once we get the technology there. Bankers members, remember there's the Friendly Thursday coming up in about the 18th of March. Could be full by now. That's where I'll be pitching up with Enda Murphy, and it's going to be a good fun night and entertaining. Region members, we've got a Friendly Friday coming up the day before the break. And Norbert did such a good job last time, we're soon going to have him coming back. Non-region and non-bankers people watching, sorry if I'm boring you, but you're more than welcome to be here. So this is just going to drift on. In consolation for Andrew, she didn't have to put her cards on the table, put her hand down. At the moment, we're all rooting for Northern Ireland v Scotland because they are heading. They have the potential of winning their first match, and it would be nice to see them getting a win. Scotland just burnt themselves out. They had a huge start, beating England, and then I think they also beat Wales today. Not Wales, beat Ireland today. So, just a bit of misunderstanding, I would suspect there, and she would be feeling a bit upset by that. And it may not be a misunderstanding, it might just be an option they hadn't discussed. I suspect it was.
She did that against us before, I think. So they're in 3-0 on the table.
So the first time that Ireland won the Camrose, around about 2003, 2004, then none of these players were in the team. But I think John Carroll has been in all the other wins, so he will then, and Mark probably has, so they will now equal Tom Hanlon and Hugh McGann in having 5 Camrose wins each, which is a large number. A little way behind Tony Forrester's record, I would think, but not far. And us mere mortals on one win will have a long way to catch them. And for Wales, the cupboard isn't bare. It's good to see that you have David Jones and Adam Dunn back playing. And there's the new young pair, Och Deloney, and they're not that young, Och Deloney and Andy Hughes are playing together and did very well in the Butler. Andy Hughes, of course, was in the winning Welsh team in the Telstra last year. There was talk of reducing the Camrose to one weekend at some stage, and I just don't think it's going to happen. It's so much quality bridge that it well deserves 2 weekends. It used to be 4 weekends, of course. 4 weekends of 90 boards. The first of Ireland won it. I think it was something like 270 boards because there was 5 teams. We came from behind then. There were 50 and down with not many boards left, and they turned it around to beat the Welsh team in the final match. I wish I didn't remember it. So we're in 3-0 trump on this one, and it's Club of Diamond was showing. Tonight's a 5-card major, I think. A heart. Looks like it shows 4 spades. Spade was full suit. So heart lead was made it quite easy for him now to set up his clubs, but the diamonds are wide open. So, but the spades come down. So he's got 4 spades, 3 hearts is 7. He's only seen of 8 tricks. Doesn't like the lead. So now, if he finds the king of diamond switch, and I see no reason why he won't. I suppose South could have better hearts. South could have ace, jack, and hearts, yeah. Go off now.
They're in 3 clubs, the other table.
29.
Yeah.
Which is the right contract. So 3N is going to make here, and the other room they had 3 clubs. So unfortunately they gained a bit on 28. This is going to be quite a heavy loss.
They can afford it.
As Eva says, they can afford it because of the 6 trumps was 10 imps. But there's 10 imps going back on this board. And when you lead burn was a lead 19 burn 04, it'll now probably be about 17 burn 8 or something. And the music doesn't stop for the Irish team. They've got a few events coming up. Probably the next event will be the Spring Fours in May Bank Holiday, first weekend, of which they are the holders. And then they have a little break, and they've got quite a few Irish events, one called the Egan, followed by Riga in Latvia for the European teams. And it's the usual Irish team for that. The educational value of this set hasn't been quite so useful for the Bankers Regent, but the entertainment value has been pretty good with some incredibly interesting hands and some very good card play by both Ireland and Wales. Those of you that meet Martin Garvey and Andrew Knox on one of their many Irish trips, be nice to them. He's a reformed character. And I mean that politely, I don't mean that in a cynical way. If you get to go to any of Andrew Knox's speeches, book a ticket. They're well worth it. Very entertaining. Well, we can safely say that Gronia Barton can throw away her losing speech. She won't be needing that this year. Well done to Gronia, the team, all her helpers from India and beyond that have certainly helped shape this team into the team they've become. Three diamonds won the trump. Card suit, top heavy. When you have 6-card suit, you're entitled to bid again. 2 clubs was majors. 2 spades was a bit entertaining from Garvey. And we always bid again with 3 diamonds and did find quite a suitable dummy here. Having 2 cards border on the singleton and the ace of spades was pretty big. When the Queen X of diamonds comes down, it's even better. We may not take the spade finesse, we might assume that the ace of hearts is right. But can he not just set up a club? He can. So he thinks he's just losing 1 heart and 2 clubs, but he's actually losing 2 hearts and 2 clubs. It's been a weekend for if in doubt bid. Not always those weekends. Board 30 in the other room, and then in 3 diamonds as well. So this will be a flat board.
North opened a diamond, he didn't open 1 or trump. Diamond, 1 heart, 3 diamonds, and sad fast.
Again, going to close the gap up quite a bit. Must have had some big boards. No, I haven't. Some bad boards.
You want to talk?
Please, yeah, that'd be good. So we're drawing to a close now. It's going to make. We'll make in the other room as well. And with the results decided, congratulations to Ireland, congratulations to Gronia, and let's see if Northern Ireland have done enough to win a match. (64-62) to Northern Ireland with one board to score. Board 32. It looks flat. I have a feeling the Northern Ireland have won their match, which is great to see. Particularly for Rex Anderson, who will be, I'll be in his team on Tuesday for what I call the old fogey trials, the senior trials, the WBU senior trials. 4 teams trying to spend 3 days qualifying to represent Ireland in the same event. The open team is going to Riga in Latvia. World War III permitting, of course. So a Hart won the trump. Okay, it was lacking in a hard stop. 2 trump is a non-vulnerable Levinson type bid. And remember, the plan against the Garvey Rocks methods are just to ignore their bids. And South should just carry on bidding.
The other table went a heart.
Double.
Double.
Yeah.
2 hearts.
4 hearts.
Pass. Wait.
Look at the losers, and the South End losers are quite important. You've got 2 spade losers, 1 dime losers, 3 1 club losers, 4. You can argue it's 4.5 losers, but still, that's a race to gain once partner can make a vulnerable 2 hearts bid. And partner has got super cards in 3 small clubs, rather than any wasted values in clubs, but you can lose a club, a diamond, and a spade. So ignore the east-west bidding, don't let them bamboozle you. Stay in control of the situation and bid your 4 hearts. And always look at the vulnerability. If they're green and you're red, there could be something going on. If they're red and you're green, trust them when you trust your partner. What we're getting out of these little presentations is the psychological side of the game at this level is massive. It's a big part of the game. Who do you trust? And who's at it? In reality, at least 50% of them are at it half the time. Myself included. Oh, 45 kibitzers are coming out for the last rites. Well,
I'm not here.
I'll take that afterwards. You might just give it a treat for now. We've got Connor Boland watching. Congratulations to Connor Boland. I saw a T Hedge earlier. I don't know if that's kin to Tom Hanlon. I'm sure Tom Hanlon is watching somewhere under a pseudonym. Well done to Tom Hanlon as well. The other two members of the team. And that's it. We've thanked everyone. So well done to everyone. We reconvene next weekend, I believe, for the mixed teams. Camrose. There's a different name to it, but it'll be on the FOB.ie because Ireland are hosting it, you see.
What are you at? What?
FOB.ie should have the details of the mixed.
Oh, I think it's the British Isles Trophy.
Called the British Isles Trophy. Look out for that.
Okay.
I've been ejected from the team by the wife, so I'm just commenting. I understand there's two very good English teams, so it's going to be tough going. Tough going for Ireland. So I think they didn't follow the rules of ignore the opponents, and they missed the game on this one, which at this stage doesn't matter. When I would look at 2 hearts, full against non-partner will be sensible. 2 non-vulnerable will be potentially garbage. But North South know they've done enough, so they're probably just in wind down mode at this stage. So if we start doing a little bit of analysis of what did England do wrong, I don't think they did that much wrong this weekend. I think they just didn't do enough the first weekend. They didn't take most of the opportunities. They had a very competent team, made too many mistakes. And the pressure on the team this weekend, if they didn't hammer Ireland, was massive. And personally, I would have, Forrester is an excellent player, but I would have had Cope playing with Crouch, their right partnership, and Ericsson playing with Forrester. That might have made a huge difference, a bit of a difference. And well, no comment on anything else. So club was open, which is Wheaton Trump or lateral. Diamond shows 4 hearts. You get into grips with the system now. A heart shows, yes, I do have a Wheaton Trump partner, and I've got at least 2 hearts. Perfect. And South has a choice between bidding 3 no trump or bidding 2 diamonds, either a game force. Yeah, 3 hands is the pragmatic bid. No reason to think your partner's be better played from your partner's hand with your oldest kings. So he's done well. He's bid 3 no trump, and I don't think this is going to trouble the scorers. There's 9 or 10 tricks. So as you can see, when I put the double dummy server on, there is no lead that stops it making, and most of them let it make +1. So now is the opportunity to say well done again to the winners. Ireland, Hannah Ronashak, Carol the Raymaker, Mark Moran, John Carroll, Adam Mesbeth, Nick Fitzgibbon, Tom Hanlon, Conor Boland, and Groni Barton. Well done to them all. Well done to the Wheelbridge people for this presentation they delivered. And thank you all for persevering with my commentary. The next outing of some of these people is the Region Premier League semi-final. Most of the team are playing, I believe, against John Noonan, the holders. Thank you for thanking me, Paul Williams. As you know, I could easily have commentated on Wheelbridge instead, but it just suited me to do it on YouTube. Wheelbridge didn't mind. Commentators need a rule of engagement, what they should say, what they shouldn't say, and the purpose is to entertain and educate. That's the whole purpose of the commentary. Not self-indulgence or anything like that. To make bridge a spectator sport, and it could easily be. That 7 hearts was absolutely incredible, I must admit. Not quite certain of the hand that Anne Fitzgerald is looking at, but I'm going to call it tonight. I'm absolutely knackered, and okay. Great to see so many of you watching, and if we can just get the infrastructure a bit better, this is the way forward. It has to be. It has to be. Just need the convention cards able to pull up easier. We have to explain the bits because certainly the Garvey knock system is pretty complex. And what do you gain as spectators? When you play against these people, you will know what they're doing. You won't feel overawed. You will be better able to cope. And they won't be hammering you 19-1, they'll be hammering you 14-6. Well, you'll be beating them occasionally. And that's the joy of bridge. Every player should beat everyone now and then. Okay, thanks all for watching. Thanks all for being entertained. And really congratulations to everyone that's played for Ireland this year and done so well to get Ireland back on the map. And I'm so pleased. Obviously, as one of the newest Irish citizens since January 2026. I'm delighted to be part of the overall squad, not the active squad, but the overall squad of seniors, open, mixed, and ladies, and juniors. Bye, everyone.